So that's a tough thing, is to balance that and not ignore my job because I'm focusing only on my family, and not ignore my family because I'm focusing only on my job.
When hope and love has been lost, you must find a way.
I started band about a month late. Everybody else started, and I was jealous because I had not chosen band, and everybody else had these shiny instruments. And so I remember my first day, everybody else was already playing, and they were getting ready for a playing test on Mary Had a Little Lamb. And Mr. Peterson, he was a grumpy old man. He came in, and Regina Rotenberry was the girl's name that helped me. He said, "Regina, take Valons in there and teach him some notes." And so I remember going in this little closet in the band room and learning C and D and E. And I just remember Regina was hilarious. She's like, play a C, don't press anything. To play a D, it's like you're flipping someone off. To play an E, do that. And that just stuck with me. And I remember Mr. Peterson saying, "Valons, you don't have to do this playing test." And I remember saying, "I want to," because the notes came out, like my body just knew how to make the buzz. And I remember telling Mr. Peterson, "No, I'll take the playing test." And I got first chair. And everybody was so mad because I had been in there 3 days and they had all been in there a month. Mr. Peterson came to me and said, "Valons, you've got a real talent. This is Mr. Eagleton. He's going to be your private trumpet teacher. Your parents need to know that it's $10 a week. Let me know." And I thank Mr. Peterson every day of my life for pushing me into that, because he knew I would be bored in band. Mr. Eagleton got me recordings to listen to. Back then we had tapes, and so I would listen to Wynton Marsalis and Maurice Andre and Chet Baker and Miles Davis, and just the whole the sound of music, particularly trumpet making music, just mesmerized my brain. I was really, really ambitious when I got out of grad school. I wanted to be a head band director at the biggest school in the world and have the best band in the world. And then we had Caleb, and I was working all the time, and we were away from our family in Arkansas, and so we moved back to Northwest Arkansas, and we were there for 5 years. And the reason we moved to Hot Springs was because my wife's parents and aunts and uncles and grandparents all live here. My first year here was the only year I was middle school band director, but you know, the 6th grade brass class, there are sophomores right now. Our juniors right now. But that was a really great group of kids, and I remember after our winter concert thinking, man, these kids can play. He called us in after spring break 3 years ago in 2015 and said, I'm going to retire, and y'all think about if you want to apply for the job. I'm sure there'll be a lot of people that'll want it. So I'd been here for 3 years as either middle school or assistant high school. So all of the kids in the program that were coming back, I knew them for 3 years. I'm sure, just like with any teacher, I'm sure there were some kids that were excited about it and some kids that hated it, and I'm sure there were a lot of kids that go, okay, let's see. I remember my first year, we had a really, really stressful weekend. We tried to go to the DeQueen game, and the football team had been in a wreck, and so that was scary, and we had started on our way to DeQueen and had to turn around and come back. The next day we had a band competition. They were going to move the game to the next day, and I just remember the band did so well and made finals, and we weren't sure if the rain was going to hit. And anyway, that was just a very, very memorable weekend from my first year, and just a big sigh of relief that the kids did so well despite all of the setbacks and all the distractions we had.